right. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only. Devin, whose business are you digging in today, man?
Eggs and ass. They both went up this year. You didn't know that?
Listen, mama, here's your boy. And he got something to say.
I always believe firmly, on paper, I am a white man.
Brother Kenny, Mr. Pound Town himself. Sir,
I'm unbothered. I'm getting ready to go walk my fish again and fly my cat. That cat in this whole 4 years. That's all I'm gonna do.
Listen, y'all.
We apologize.
I really try to control my show as much as I can, but when y'all get started, oh my God.
It's TFG tonight. With Brent Haynes, Kenny the sports guy, and Mr. Lee Black, and the lady of the hour, Miss Devin Devine.
That's so funky.
That is funky. I love it.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody?
What's happening?
Hey, it's your best morning show that you can watch at night. Yes, it is. It's TFG tonight. And everybody's here, and we are having a fantastic Friday. I hope you are too. What's going on, Real Estate Insider?
What up? What up, Lamb? What's happening?
And what's going on? Jaquithia, good to see
Look
you.
up, Jaquithia. It's been a long time
I know,
since
man.
I seen you.
They just following instructions, you know, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Tori.
What's up, Lady T?
How y'all doing?
What, good.
Is that a problem?
Uh-oh.
You in my house.
Oh. Okay.
Show over. I'm gonna talk to you when I get through. No. Anyway, I'm just messing around. Yeah, no, Miss Tori, thank you. How's Mr. Williams doing? I hope he's doing good. So fantastic. But ladies and gentlemen, we got so much to talk about, so we won't play around here. But first and foremost, I keep saying I need to fix that. I just need to take yours out. But if we if we say something you like, by all means, feel free to give a little bit in the tip jar to the family. Side note, Kenny's his jar broke. So y'all send it to me, and I just charge him a transfer fee. Just get it over there. Feel free to do all that. All right. What's up, Mo? Good to see you, man. We're gonna get them picks in so we know what's going on. Yes, sir.
Boy, long time no see, brother. How you doing?
He said black don't crack unless you use it. I ain't gonna get caught up in that one. Hey, Sherry.
What up, Sherry? How you
doing? Tell him downstairs we said hello as well. Yes.
Yeah. Tell him to blink. Let him know he's all right. Make sure he blinks so we know he's good.
All right, y'all. Well, listen, he's out there being busy. It's the first week of February. Of course, they've so kindly given us this month for Black History Month. And in true fashion, our president of the United States make sure that he's
bro. He my president, but go ahead, my bad.
All right. Well, everybody but Kenny's now again. Yeah. I don't know that refund check gonna have his name on it, so don't worry about it. So he decided to do a little pay some homage to the Democratic Party, and as the insensitive person in chief as he is, he puts up a picture of Barack and Michelle with gorilla bodies. Now, again, I'll be honest with y'all. I got a different take on this, but I'm gonna start with y'all because I don't believe y'all don't see what Trump really trying to do. But sister, I'll let you go first because I know you want to get in and get out with this one. So just tell me what your president doing.
Distracting you from the fact that he played with little kids. And he deserves to not only not be president, but he needs to be in prison with somebody playing with his little stanky shit-filled booty hole. That's what he's doing. He's trying to just distract and he's trying to incite and just drive attention somewhere else. And I'm glad that no one's really, people are responding, but it's not coming across as negative, a bunch of negative stuff. It's really just all positive, just reinforcing all the positive about Barack and Michelle. But because we know what's going on in the background, it's not going to have the same, people aren't going to have the same reaction as if we were that stupid.
Man, it's funny that you say that because Lee, this is the actual funny part. The people that are reacting to his people.
Correct.
And it's them conservative black folks. Tim Scott. Oh, you done got mad now because again, y'all been playing But again, he's literally just saying the quiet part out loud. So it is what it is. But Black, so it ain't us that's talking, because this ain't nothing new. This is just another day in the neighborhood for us. So again, why all of a sudden everybody wants to say something now?
I agree, and I love what Lady D says. We didn't take the bait. We didn't take the bait. He's literally throwing everything but the kitchen sink. When you say keeping up with Trump, we could do the whole show about him. You know what I'm saying? Between the antics that he pulled, they bombed another ship. You know what I'm saying? You got the Melania documentary going on. He tried to dismiss Black History Month. This is all designed to basically take attention away from that, but everybody's keeping their focus. The ones, and I'm glad the Democrats in this instance did not take the bait.
Yeah, and I'll say this, Kenny, in real time, it looks like he's trying to incite more, because he may see the writing on the wall, and it may have his jail number on there.
I mean, here's the thing with that clown. I mean, he's not going to walk it back. I mean, I know his publicist and the PR press secretary, they tried to kind of do some damage control. Now, I was reading something where they say the staffer posted that and this and that, but he has never came out and said, hey, I apologize. This was I didn't mean this. He's never going to do that. So I know he did this, and again, I'm kind of glad that we as people of color, we kind of know what's going on with this playbook. But the thing I pay more attention to are those that support him. I pay more attention to them, because I'm still seeing people making excuses for him. I still see people saying, "Oh, that's not real. That was fake," but it came from his Truth Social account,
his real account. Yeah, yeah.
So it's still those the people that concern me, is those supporters that they don't feel like he ever do anything wrong. So that's the biggest issue in this country.
Okay, so let me
Can I say something real quick though, y'all? Let's be honest. Trump is like 80 however old the bastard is. I don't think he has the capability to put Barack and Michelle's head on a gorilla gun and post it. Someone, his punk ass son or somebody, is in the background running his social media account. He's aware of it, I believe, but I think there's someone kind of telling him this is what we need to do, because y'all know presidents and people in public office have publicists telling them what to do, and I know they're trying to distract at this time, but I would just love to know who's in the background without having his best interest in mind, because with all that's going on, no one could have thought this was a good idea.
I think they do have his best interest in mind. I think he signs off on it. I agree with you, Lady D. I don't believe that he physically can do that, the AI and do that. But I think at the end of the day, they run it by him. He's like, "Yo, let's do it."
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So right, he calling the plays.
The post was made at 11:40 something p.m.
Yeah, so.
Yep, and that's his waking hours again. That's when all the Showtime and Max porn shows come on. So yeah, he's up watching. So this is what I want to say though. I'll be honest with y'all. Again, this is nothing new for us, but the problem is Trump is not going to feel the backlash.
Correct.
Y'all supporters are, because again, we told y'all before he even got voted in that if you did vote for him, well, we're gonna think that you think just like him. And again, when I see you at the grocery store, I see you at the gas station, guess what? Yeah, you should be embarrassed, because the person you voted for apparently y'all think just alike. So again, that's the problem for y'all. Finna have to deal with all that embarrassment. He's not gonna have a problem. Y'all gonna have the problem, because we're gonna look at y'all upside y'all head because y'all okay with this. He didn't dupe y'all into thinking he ain't what he was. This is who he was. So guess what? Y'all enjoy all that embarrassment y'all getting, because he's not. It's y'all, because y'all gotta work with us. Y'all gotta go out to eat. Y'all gotta go to the same games with us. I won't talk to y'all like that. No. So again, they real quiet in them streets over there on my side, because again, they are. But I just want y'all to know, we're gonna keep that same energy to two more years. We're gonna keep that same energy. So all right. Well, just again, it's not a surprise, but at the same time, he got 8 more months. Well, for what 11 minus 2 is 9. So he got 9 more months, and then we're gonna see what time it is, Trumpy. All right. So listen, Devin, you eat Burger King?
No.
I didn't think you did. You're too skinny. You eat salad, don't you?
No, I don't like this. I don't like the smell. The grilled.
What?
You know,
That's
the
best
meat
smell.
it smells different.
Oh, okay.
I agree with you 1,000%.
I don't eat Burger King either.
What?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you non-whoppers? Wow. Oh, Whopper snappers. Okay, well, listen. Well, y'all may not know this then. There was a customer that came into Burger King, and I'm just holding up the line because there was an interaction between her and one of the employees. And so apparently the employee, I don't even know if he's a male posing as a woman or a woman posing as a man. Something happened that the employee of Burger King didn't like how the customer referred to them, and so they corrected her. That is very annoying, just to try to figure out how to talk about it. So again, that caused a whole ruckus. And I mean, if I tell you, if I was behind this woman, I would like, hey, I just want my burger. I got my burger. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, because you want to address this identity, because she said, I'll call you whatever I want to call you. Again, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I'm embarrassed because at the end of the day, you just came in there for your lunch and you know you ain't got but 17 more minutes before you gotta get back on the clock. So again, I mean, Black, you drank it? Kenny, why is it that these people are making every opportunity to try to point out this transgender stuff, no matter where they at?
Because they are the most sensitive people walking around, man. I mean, my thing at the end of the day, some things you can just let slide. Really, we don't know if you are he or she. If we get it wrong, we don't know you. Yeah. Just keep it moving.
So you think it's the fault of the employee?
I don't think it's the fault of the employee. I mean, the employee didn't know, right?
No. The customer called.
The employee was, so the employee got offended. Again, like I said, the customer didn't know if you were a he or she. Sometimes you just let it go.
Yeah.
Again, that community sometimes are a little sensitive, and it really isn't that big of a deal. Man, I'm like you. Can I just get my fries and burger and get up out of here?
Get up out of here, man. I mean, sister, at the end of the day, for me, who do you think is more at fault? The person, because again, the little Karen, she took it up a notch because she's like, I'll call you whatever I want to call you. Because then the employee called her, sir, here's your food, sir. So again, I mean, turn about a fair play, right? So I mean, who's more at fault here?
I think that I spoke with someone who used to be involved in my family life who was transitioning, and this is what I said, because it's easy to quote unquote misgender someone if you've always called them he or she or the whole life, and now all of a sudden you expect us to just switch over because now you're a transformer. It's like it's almost like, give us a little bit of grace. Like, we want to be respectful and we want to respect your pronouns. I'm real big on respecting folks' pronouns if I know, but sometimes, y'all, we don't know, and sometimes it's also a slip of the tongue, just because that's just the first thing
you're looking at, right?
That you say. And if they like an old Black person, old grandma, old auntie, or something, they don't give a damn what you say. You've been this person your whole life. This the person you're gonna be till you die, and that's just what it is. So and I think sometimes it's kind of like, remember when there was a trend when women used to like go off and like breastfeed in the middle of the airport just for people reaction. Sometimes people do it just for a reaction so they can blow up and make it big. But I just feel like everybody should be extended a little bit of grace sometimes, because when people are being disrespectful.
Sure. Yeah. And again, Black, I'm sure everybody's gonna stand on their own side. And I know you call balls and strikes as you see them. So again, I mean, how do you see this situation then?
So for me, I don't look for opportunities to create tension. And because I come from a retail environment, especially, I know how difficult it can be. Having said that, I can't participate in your delusion and don't make me a part of it. So I'm not from that kind of gentler place where I think a part of the problem is that we have normalized the bullshit of the whole misgendering, this, that, and the other. Where I come from, I'm unapologetically toxic male.
Mhm.
And where I come from, there are two genders. That's never going to change for me.
Yeah.
No matter, no amount of enlightenment, and now we've reached this pinnacle of place where we want to, that's a part of the problem for me. So when I'm at my job and I'm required to do certain things because that's the job that pays me, I'll have to be respectful. In my private life, I know what my eyes see and I know how I feel. I'm going to recognize you as I see you. And guess what? Even if I get it wrong, so fucking what? My thing is you're back there making a burger, whatever the hell you're doing. I'm in there. Let's get each other in and out. But I'm not going to participate in your foolishness. I'm not going to normalize it in any kind of way. That's where I stand on it. And as my brother Kenny said, this community, the alphabet community, their whole premise is they want to be understood and preach tolerance. And yet they have the audacity to be the most intolerant fucking people walking around here, because if you don't buy into their confusion, then some kind of way you're wrong. And I don't agree with it.
Yeah, no, I'm with everybody. I don't really have a side here in this situation. We just gotta, again, y'all, the trust is wearing thin in this country. It just, I don't know. But I will say this, because I guess we've answered the question: is the customer always right? Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
So again, we just over here eating our popcorn, y'all. Y'all keep it. Y'all keep going. All right. So listen, y'all. It is Black History Month, and I thought this month we would use AI to maybe take a different perspective on Black history by asking AI about Back to the Future. And so what I want to do this month is just take a few of our iconic Black leaders and ask AI what these leaders would think about us today.
Ooh.
So, of course, I would start with my brother Martin Luther King Jr. And I asked AI, if Martin Luther King had to write a speech today, how would it go? Gave me quite a bit. So I'll read it and then we can talk about it. It says, if Martin Luther King wrote a speech today, it would likely blend his timeless moral clarity with urgent contemporary struggles. Here is how the speech would go. The opening would say, the unfinished revolution. And it says he might reflect on progress since the 1960s, civil rights laws, symbolic breakthroughs, but stress that the arc of the moral universe still bends too slowly. Still bends too slowly. For example, I dreamed of a nation where children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Yet today, the stains of racism lingers, not just in burning crosses, but in biased policing, in crowded prisons, in the quiet denial of opportunity. What y'all think about that? Okay, we'll go on to number 2. No, I'm just teasing. So I know AI, you as a computer, and it's trying to mirror the two, but it's about right. We made it? Have we made some movement forward? Yeah, but I think we're moving in a circle instead of moving in a straight line, if I'm being honest.
I think AI was kind of on point a little bit. Definitely. I think that, I don't know how much more you got to read.
I got 2 more. Yeah.
Okay, but I think Dr. King would definitely probably be on more of an economic, the economics of this country, where the haves and the have-nots is still a big divide. And I think that's something, I don't know if AI is going to address that, but I think in what you just read, I think that kind of is on point, I think, in what Dr. King would say today, but I think he probably would have put a little bit more of a twist on it.
Yeah. Okay. Second thing he would say in his speech, it says democracy under siege. It says condemn voter suppression, gerrymandering, and misinformation. Echo his 1965 Salem speech. The ballot is not a privilege; it's a sacred right, and they are stealing it with new Jim Crow laws.
That's on point.
Again, y'all, I think it is just a one big circle we walking around. We have our ups and downs, but I don't really think we're going nowhere.
I agree. What you think, Black? I think that was on point.
I'm waiting on number 3 because I have a different take.
Okay. Yeah, no, sure. 3 crises demanding a radical revolution of values. The twin pandemics, racism and poverty. Cite disparities in wealth, healthcare, and housing. Black-white wealth gaps, homelessness. Link racial justice to economic justice. What good is sitting at a lunch counter if you cannot afford the meal? This is what AI thinks that Martin Luther King would say today.
So for me, that's all great. And it's hypothesizing and intellectualizing what Martin Luther King message was with his temperament of nonviolence. My problem with this is that, to Brother Kenny's point, not only do I think the message would be sharper, I think the message would be more pointed towards us. In my personal belief. We are using artificial intelligence to kind of bob and weave its way through all of the systemic racism and things that we see. But the problem is the Boondocks, I think they got it right many, many years ago when they depicted Martin Luther King in current today's time. I think if Dr. King were alive today and looked out at the twerking, the apathy, the lethargicness and all of that, and the fact that after all of this time, this is as far as we've come, because I'm from the mindset, I don't think white people are our biggest problem anymore. We are. I look at many things that we've done. I think we've squandered and wasted those opportunities. And I would imagine Dr. King on that ass. He might not do it in the most brutal sense that a Malcolm X would, but I think his message would be more pointed towards all of the shit that we've done to get here, the beatings that we've endured, the dogs, the hoses, the being locked up in jail, and to have this many multimillionaires and famous people, and this is the product we're showing and putting out every day. I think his message would be more geared towards what we are doing because we've taken steps back. Absolutely, those things are still here. I think they've been allowed to grow because there aren't any leaders. And I've said this right now. I think he would call out the leaders right now on February 6, 2026, with all the shit that's going on. Where are the Black voices? Why hasn't anybody said anything? I think that's what his focus would be on.
Yeah. You got something there, sister?
No, I just think he would lean more toward blackmail than anything, or manipulation rather, because he could do that. He could say that, my best friend wasn't mauled by dogs for you to be doing XYZ. My son, because he lived through all of that. I didn't walk all these miles and get spit on and cussed at for you to be doing XYZ. I think he would lean on that, and I wouldn't blame him because he can say, you don't know the struggles that me and people before me went through for you to be able to have certain privileges, and this is what you do. I think he would lean in that direction, and I would too. I would be honest with you.
Yeah. Now, for me, and again, we'll bring up Malcolm and a couple other people before. I'm thinking James Baldwin. I want to hear from him too throughout this month. But if I was, having a conversation with Dr. King, I would really admonish the people. You know what I'm saying? We got to watch how many people we treating like pawns, especially when they know how to play checkers and chess. Because again, that's not what we should be doing. But we're getting duped, and we're being people are taking us as fools, and they shouldn't. But again, we're wasting our opportunities as well. Because in all reality, anybody that supports Donald Trump, they can call me a nigga all they want to. It ain't gonna matter to me. You know why? Because I got other things I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to my investments. I'm looking forward to what I'm doing with my children. So it don't matter. Now, I'm not saying I'm not gonna respond to you and probably have you go to the dentist, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna bother me. So, be careful how you handle me. But at the same time, don't treat me like no pawn, because I do know how to play chess. All right, well, that's Martin's. And so what you say, Miss Cherry? She done put everything in big letters.
Yeah, she mad.
Yeah, we don't have the Voting Rights Act passed. Yeah, that's right. That expired some years ago. Yep, nope. Down here. Yep.
Right, Lady T.
Nope.
On point.
You're right. So that is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we got the hardest man working in sports on TFG's stage here today. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kenny, the sportsman.
What's happening? We getting ready for that Super Bowl's number 60 that's going down on Sunday in Santa Clara, California. The NFL is front and center. We had the NFL honors last night as well, where there's 5 new inductees that's going into the Hall of Fame. Long time Roger Craig is going in finally. He should have been in a long time ago. He's going in, as well as Larry Fitzgerald, Drew Brees, Adam Vinatieri, and Luke Kuechly. So those are the new 5 inductees heading into the Hall of Fame in 2026. Matthew Stafford won the league MVP, and Myles Garrett won the Defensive Player of the Year. Cleveland Browns, he had 23.5 sacks, which set a new single-season record in the NFL. But that's all well and good. That's all sound great. But we got some head coaching openings that's all been filled. And guess what? I want to ask the family on this picture. Okay, Lady T said there's not one day that goes by I am not called an in lover. So here with those calls. Lady T, that's why you always got an open invitation to the cookout.
I know that's right.
We love you more than a fat kid love cake. So you can come to the cookout. We love you again. Sure. So, but anyway, Brother Brenton, put that picture up. These are the 10 new head coaches of the franchises that were looking for coaches.
I didn't even know there was 10.
There was 10 of them.
God damn.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's wrong with this picture? I just want to ask my family. Brother Black, I see you smiling. What's wrong with this picture?
It lacks any type of color in it. But
okay, I want to get your thoughts.
Okay.
Lady D, what's wrong with this picture?
Well, a couple of them look like they're gonna die in the next couple of years, and the rest of them are lacking a little bit of testosterone and melanin. So
Okay, that's our medical expert, so she knows about testosterone and melanin. Brother Brenton, what's wrong with this picture?
A lot. John took a step down. Mike McCarthy should have been a funeral director, and the rest of these boys, they just swapping everybody around. And
So here's the dilemma, ladies and gentlemen and family. These are the new head coaches, and we had 10 openings. This is the most, I think, since the last 10 years that we had this many openings at the same time, and not one black head coach was hired. Now, Robert Salah technically is a minority. Right. His parents are Lebanese, but again, the majority of the players in the NFL, last statistics that was taken was around 2020, is at 65%. That's the majority of the players in the NFL, and we now only have 3 black head coaches in the league. That is Tampa Bay Bucks head coach Todd Bowles, New York Jets head coach Aaron Glenn, and the Houston Texans coach DeMeco Ryans. So I want to start with Black because he kind of brought this to my attention a couple of weeks ago. I said, well, technically there's a minority in there, but we all know, not really. Your thoughts on the NFL and their practices when it comes to hiring head coaches? Your thoughts on this?
it's a microcosm of what we're experiencing here in America, folks. And it's a reminder that that's a good old boys club, and you can only play and go so far. The Rooney Rule, dictates that, people of color, and they're supposed to add some diversity. They never had any intention, folks. What we're with, in my opinion, my humble opinion, it's a whitewashing, and they're slowly fade, but they did it in a quiet way. But it's not an accident that the new president in office, with all his DEI initiatives, and now he's overturned things, and here's the result. Those pictures are the direct result of what we're seeing across America, especially in the corporate spaces. Did you guys know that the national unemployment rate, I think it's 4.3%, somewhere in there? And guess what the unemployment rate for Black women is? 7.8. They've lost more jobs than anybody else. And guess who the direct beneficiaries of all of the DEI people that have got lost out? Asian and white women. The quiet part is, folks, that under this president, who's playing his playbook of Prop 25, even at the highest levels of sports, they have insidiously removed Black faces so that the inmates are not going to run the asylum. We can make money. We can get the spinning wheels and the tires and the big gold chains, but we can't own shit. We've seen it happen with the removal of award shows like BET and things like that. This is no different. Don't get it twisted. You can watch our game. You can support our players. You can spend your money, but you're not going to run the teams. They don't want you. And as we build them up, then we'll put the face on it that attracts those, because as long as that man's in power, quiet is kept. They have to keep him happy and keep him quiet on the sidelines. And this is no different than what's happening across America. Welcome to America, folks.
But Mike Tomlin could have got a job, right? He just ain't.
Yeah, he could have, but I mean, his contract, he's still under contract with the Steelers, so he couldn't coach unless they give. But this is the same thing with Sean Payton, though. This isn't nothing new. Coaches a lot of times are under contract, so if they decide to step down, then that team say, hey, if you want to hire him, you got to give us some money or some draft picks. So that's the way that goes. Lady D, I know we're focusing on these head coaches. I mean, but should we be focusing more on ownership? Because at the end of the day, owners can hire who the hell they want to. Should we be focusing more on us as a people creating our own league and creating our own ownership?
Let's be honest. We ain't got that kind of Skrilla.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
We do and we don't, Ken. Like, it would take so many of the big money people to come together. And the problem is, people with money are selfish. They don't want to split the pot with you and three other people. They kind of want it all. And so then we try to start small, and then we're not as successful. And so I think that is kind of what happens. What I'd love to know is, and we'll never know, is how many qualified people of color actually attempted to do it and would, turned away. Like, that's what I would love to know. And if I was the team and Mike McCarthy walked in looking like a used car salesman on his deathbed, that would be indicative of what you really think of me. You don't think shit of us. You know what I'm saying? You might as well get Joe Biden in here to coach us. Like, what are we doing? It's such an insult. Like, how did that even happen?
Yes,
but in fairness to Mike McCarthy, he's won a Super Bowl. He used to coach my Packers. He has a winning record. He's been to the playoffs. His resume, if he threw his resume on the table, his resume would look a whole lot better than a whole lot of them other. His
resume look about like the Cowboys' resume. We got some Super Bowl rings too.
But what I'm saying is, during the process, if you look at his resume, you would say, okay, I get it. He's had success.
I agree with you on that sense.
That's what I'm saying.
My problem with that, though, is this: that they get so many more opportunities to fuck up than we
they do.
You're exactly right.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, on paper and in a vacuum, he's Hall of Fame, this, that, and the other. But the fact that the job he just did, Brother Britton said it forth, they're playing musical chairs. There's the same old people get shuffled here and there.
Right.
Yeah. Good old boy network. Yeah. That's what
I'll tell you a quick story. 2 minutes. My black ass was the number one salesmen selling real estate in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we all lost our jobs on a Wednesday. All of us went to a bar. 15 of us, 2 black people. Me and the 1 black guy sitting over there on a stool having a drink. We wondering where the fuck we gonna get our next meal. Every white person in the bar was thinking, "Oh, I'll just call Joe." Right. They have it built into the system that I'll just go to someplace else.
Yep,
it's built into the system that they're gonna get crack after crack after crack after crack. But we have to be better than, and we can't fuck up.
Right.
Now I did just see Kevin Stefanski went to the Falcons. Now I know he ain't got no good record. So
again, his resume, he won. He's 2-time coach of the year. He took the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs after some. I'm just saying, I get what y'all saying, but I'm gonna push back with you because I'm gonna say, but his resume, when he throw his resume on the desk. The owner's goes like, "Oh shit, okay, that's all I'm saying."
That follows the category.
How can we build a resume if we can't get in the damn game?
You know how,
brothers and sisters, I
agree
with you, but I'm being a devil's advocate.
No,
I'm telling you what it is.
You know how you apply for a job and you feel like you have the ability to be great at it, but they tell you we can't hire you because you don't have the experience.
Right.
But how do you get the experience if nobody allows you to have the experience? And I feel like that's the category that falls into.
Yeah. And I wipe with 2-ply. So there.
Boy. That was some information that we didn't need to know.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm just glad you white.
You go through a whole roll of that 1-ply. I'm just saying.
This is a.
How did we get to all of this?
I don't know how we got to that.
I was giving y'all my resume.
So, Brother Brennan, you know, I think we all agree. I mean, because we can sit here and we've all made excellent points. But when is there going to be change? How can we get change?
Right.
I think Miss Toria did. She said something. It is off topic, but I think that's the way. Which I ain't watched it yet, but I plan on.
I've been watching it on BET Plus.
I think they got to come up through the ranks. So again, you got to get something. I mean, Deion could go to the NFL, but he's too controversial.
He don't want to coach NFL. He said
I know he don't. Yeah, because again, he won't be able to have that level of authority, right? Like that. So I think they should just stay in college because again, that's where. But I mean, seriously, at the end of the day, that old Giants coach, what's that fat boy name?
Brian Daboll.
That's right. He was finna get a job.
Well, he did get a job. He's offensive coordinator for somebody.
And again, that's what I'm saying. And he was just as horrible. I mean, about to kill 2 of his players just because he was trying to win a game. You idiot. So again, I use Bronny instead of Walmart paper towels. I don't know what you got to have in order to qualify to get a job like that. But it's just I don't. It's never gonna happen because again, it's their club and. We got to be okay with it because they're not going to stop watching it. And to Devin's point, even if we did start something else, they'll just buy. They'll just like the golf situation where the Saudi Arabia boys was throwing that money left and right. Man, that NFL got more money than anybody, so nobody will ever try to take them. You know
or they'll sabotage it, or the NFL wouldn't like the competition if we did start that, and they would sabotage it and try to, hey, what's up, soft like peanut butter? How you doing, Vanessa? You ain't missed nothing. You just getting to the good part.
I told everybody I wipe with 2-ply. That's what you miss.
Yeah, that's what you miss. But anyway, all right. Well, we got the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. I don't know if you doing your Super Bowl party things and all that. We all gonna be doing our thing. But I gotta get the family's picks. Seattle, New England. This is a rematch from 2014, where Seattle could have actually won another one with that dumb call down there on the. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I got to start with your pick: Seattle, New England. Seattle opens up as a 4.5-point favorite. Just to give you a little bit of insight, Lady D, who you got? And give me a score.
Oh, I do think it'll be Seattle. I do think it'll be Seattle. I'm thinking. I don't know, because doing the Super Bowl board, what did I pick? I think I did did I do 21-30? Something big. It's gonna be a big deal.
Okay. So you're going Seattle 30, Patriots 21.
Yeah.
All right. Brother Black, who you got?
Seattle 27-23.
Oh, you got it you got it close. Okay. Say that again, Brother Black.
Seattle 27-23.
Okay. Brother
This-
Brenton, who you got?
Y'all forgot these boys play defense now. I don't think they're gonna get that many points out there. It may be 17-10. Seattle.
You got
Listen,
17-10 Seattle? Okay.
Them boys play defense now.
Yeah, both of them got top 10 defenses in the league. Matter of fact, Seattle their defense led the league in points allowed. They only allowed like 17.3 points per game during the season. So Lady T says New England.
Oh yeah,
27-21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Seattle too. It's a clean sweep. I think Seattle. I think offensively they just got a little bit more. I think Sam Darnold has been playing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
That young fella they got at
And
wide
Jigba.
receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Oh, by the way, he got a couple of Texas connections. He played at Rockwall, by the way, if you did not know.
Wow.
And he was born in the oldest town in Texas, my late mother's hometown. He was born in Nacogdoches, if y'all did not know that.
That's the
Jackson
oldest
Smith.
town in Texas.
Yes, Nacogdoches, Texas. Jackson Smith and Jigba. So again, I'm going with Seattle too. I think it's going to be close because I'm good with that 4.5 point spread. I'm going Seattle 23. I'm going the Patriots 17.
Mm-hmm.
So those are our picks for this Super Bowl 60. That's my sports segment for the night. Back to you, Brother Brent.
Well, hold on now. I got to get into a little overtime now because I didn't know how to fit this fat boy in there, but he sure was a dummy. Now, I don't know if y'all seen this dude with this man piece on. Hey, yeah, man. What kind of sense okay, first of all, was that a real fight? And why?
Yeah, that was a real fight. Yeah.
I'm lost. Who we talking about?
Some fool had a toupee on, and homeboy hit him one time in the face, and his toupee flew back.
Mm-hmm. It was real. Yeah, I can't remember the boxer's name. According to him, here's the story he gave his post-fight interview. He said he was at his mother's house and he grabbed something that he thought was shampoo, but it wasn't shampoo. It was something like ammonia or something. I don't know. And he was washing his hair, and his hair just started falling out. And he said, well, he couldn't go in the ring like that, so he said he wanted to get a toupee put on his head.
Come on, player.
I'm like,
Cut
what
it
kind
off,
of damn sense
homeboy.
that make? I mean, just cut your damn hair off like me and Brother Black and Britton. I mean, keep it moving. So that was what he told. That's what he said in his post-game fight interview. I mean, post-fight.
Oh
interview.
my God!
So I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, listen. He's a fool of the month for me because what kind of fool gonna put a toupee on? You finna go do rounds of boxing?
I'm like, that was dumb.
Yeah, you need to fire your manager. All right, y'all. Listen, what is the state of marriage today? Devin, you married? What's the state of our marriage life today? What is it? Good, bad? Or,
for most people, it's bad. They just exist. They just married to say they married.
That do sound good. All right, Kenny, what do you think the state of marriage is today?
I think it's on life support. But I agree with Lady D. I think it's people just do it just because they want to say they married.
Well, y'all sounding good. Black, what is the state of marriage today?
I agree with everything that says performative. We've gotten away from traditional values and views, and it's a joke.
Yeah. Well, apparently DHS is warning America. They said that the murder attempt for marriages by poisoning their spouse has risen to an all-time high. Yes, they said more people are trying to poison their spouse to death than ever before. Why don't y'all just leave? Why do we gotta poison somebody? And the reason why people are doing it more and more is because they said it looks more natural and it takes quite a while to poison their spouse. thus trying to make it seem like it's something, just a freak accident or something.
And life insurance policy, maybe that sounds like a money grab to me.
But my God, you're gonna go to jail when they catch you.
Nah,
So
never mind.
that is, see, look at her.
See?
See?
I saw the wheels turning in her head anyway. I'm like, oh Lord.
Okay, we don't self-incriminate on this show, honey. So just hold on. Okay, thank you. I mean, so Black, does that surprise you that more people are trying to kill their spouse with poison?
I would like to see the study. This has got to be talking about the others. I don't think for us that all the reasons you guys said, life insurance, you know, a lot of us don't even have fucking health insurance, burial insurance, let alone life insurance.
Right.
So this has got to be for the others. You know, the people I know in my sphere, they stay married forever, but they just cheat on each other. You know, like I said, marriage is a joke. You know, but they're still married. I literally know couples that are married, but they doing their own individual thing. And so it's a joke. It's the reason why I've never remarried, because I'm more of a traditionalist.
Well, okay, so Kenny, is this a classism thing? Is it just because they don't have the money to do something else, or just like you said, just to get the money? I guess.
I think that's some you know, a lot of mayonnaise people do. I don't. I
was trying not to say that, kid.
I'm just being. I mean, did I lie?
Well, they just not scared to do it.
Don't they make shows where we see this going on? Do they look like us?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, let me tell y'all with the rich,
we go kill you with pork and salt, and that's
your diabetes and high blood pressure.
Yeah, we go feed you some pig and swine. That's how we gonna kill you.
We're gonna start with your toes getting cut off and work our way up.
Right.
We're gonna give you a triple whopper with cheese.
Yeah. So you already know we ain't poisoning you. We just, you know, you are doing what you doing.
Eat good.
Go get that sugar up, huh? Yes,
right. Big mama your arm. That's what we do.
Right. My God, that's gonna take both of y'all gonna be dead by the time you get that money. Okay, well, let me tell y'all what the rich white folks doing. In the Epstein release, it came about that Melinda Gates' husband, Bill, who is better known as the CEO of Microsoft, apparently he had got an STD from fooling with Jeffrey Epstein, and he tried to give his wife medication because he probably gave her the STD so that she could get rid of the STD without her.
What? Come on, man.
I mean, sister, what? Now, listen, explain the logic in that, number one. Like,
it made sense to me, actually. Like, you got to think about who she probably is, right? Because if you give your wife an STD and she's not doing anything wrong, then she gonna know what you're doing. And what if she real petty? Because the fact that she's sitting on a news station, that tell you she petty. So somebody like me would be on the news talking about, you know, this nasty son of a that sat up here and gave me chlamydia, and I done dealt with his stinking ass, and y'all got like it's anything that she could have did. So he on the slick trying to prevent her from finding out by giving her antibiotics. I mean, he giving her antibiotics. He ain't giving her like raisin. I mean, he ain't trying to take her out. He's just trying to keep her from itching. That's all.
Good.
Well, question, Lady D. Why wouldn't he just go get some penicillin or whatever and just not have sex with his wife for a while until his go away? Wouldn't that make better sense?
He think he gave it to her.
But the problem is he probably knew he slept with her in between, before he started oozing and itching. So he was trying to keep her from oozing and itching.
I got you. Okay.
Right. All right. Crazy. But Black, this is my thing, right? So now she knew this, and I'm sure other people knew this. I mean, at what point, when do we stop keeping secrets and just go on and keep it 100?
Ooh, I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Okay,
I mean,
I agree.
Just you know, I mean that's a great dream, but you know, ever since that bitch lied to Adam and told him to eat that apple, we've been in trouble ever since. You know, we can point to that nasty no good bitch for all of our troubles right there. So you know, when if the first human pair and these sons of bitches was perfect, you expect us to do any better?
Wow. Well, okay. Thank you, sir. Yes, Vanessa. I'll read. Thank you, Vanessa, for chiming in, so I can move on from what he's saying. People don't know how to be honest.
That's true.
And then
That's
she
true,
said, not
Vanessa.
completely honest. Anyway, I don't know if I agree with that,
with
because people are logic. We're not retarded. So again, it's we don't choose to be. I don't think it's that we don't
agree
know how
with
to be.
Vanessa. We don't. You're right. We choose to be, because we do know how to be, but we choose to be. You're right.
Okay. So I feel the moment to take this sidebar just because this is so outrageous. It's like I want to ask. So let me ask you this question: Is it more dangerous to be brutally honest, or to knowingly be half honest? And what I mean by brutally honest, even giving unsolicited information, even though it may be true, but it's unwarranted. What's more dangerous?
You got to think about what the story is you're about to tell. Let's be honest. Think about the best time you had in your last relationship or your current relationship. You know what I'm saying? And everything is great, and y'all are just happy and riding away. And then here come your punk ass having to tell her that you slipped up at the Christmas party, and there might be a problem. You have completely changed the dynamic of your relationship if it doesn't end at all. And when you think of what's his face you just named, he knew if that lady left, they're gonna have to have some serious conversation. She probably didn't like him no way, because he weird, right? She was with him probably. He had a lot of money, like he was just weird. You know how excited I'd be if I was married to him and he came to me and told me he cheated and might have gave me an STD. I'm sitting at my computer working out a plan now. Look here, this is what we gonna do. So you got $1 billion, right? All I want is half. All I want is half. Just give me half. Don't say shit to me. Don't cause me no problems. We ain't gonna fight. We ain't gonna nothing. We just go separate, go live our lives. But he probably know, you know what I'm saying, that he didn't want to give up all that money to her, because I want half of your money in the house. You go find somewhere else to live. You take whatever you got and just leave me be, or I'll put your business out to all the people you work with and all the other powerful people in your life. That's what he probably feared, because eventually that's what she did. She left and she took half of it. And that's what he didn't want.
Yeah. Okay, Black, I'm gonna give you this one, since Vanessa said like this. She said half honesty is more dangerous. Now, again, I hear you, but somebody being so here I'll say it to you like this, Black. You know how people use the term, right? I cheat on you because I love you. But then other people say, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, so I'm gonna just tell the truth. But but again, so I see the danger in both, but I mean, okay, so she said it's more dangerous half honesty. So what you think?
I can only speak from my experience. I think people like to have their ears tickled. I think they rather believe it's easier to believe the lie. I hearken back to a scene in the movie Baby Boy when Yvette is running behind Jody and saying, "Did you sleep with her, Jody? Did you sleep with her?" And he finally turns around. "Yes, Yvette, I fucked her, blah, blah, blah." Is that what you want to hear? I lied to these old hoes. I lied to you because I love you. I tell these hoes the truth. I found from my experience, in that people, the lie goes down easier. The truth of the matter is telling somebody the truth that, you know what, your pussy doesn't satisfy me. You can't suck dick and you got a little smell. They don't want to hear that. It's better to tell them, "Baby, you look okay. You look all right." And then I go do my thing. People like to live wrapped up into the cockles of that lie, and it keeps them safe and cozy. And it's the very reason why I believe many people walking around here still married in name, but not in commitment. And so to me, the danger is sometimes it's on both sides of the coin. But to keep peace in your house, I think from experience, it's better to let people live inside the lie. And just to be fair with Lady D, women tell men the same kinds of lies. They're not going to tell a guy his dick is too small, that he don't please her, and things like that. We're not going to tell them that,
Until they pissed off.
Until they pissed off. Until they pissed off. But I got way too many female friends that come over to my house and do the whole bath. They come over here, halfway wash that pussy out, put on clean matching drawers and panties, but then when they go home, they have a bonnet on their head and the big granny drawers. Come on now.
Okay. Well, Kenny, I think this is just a conversation that would probably never come to a conclusion because again, a person will say, "Well, you just always got to tell the truth." and that's not true. That you just lied in. So again, you know, where you land with that? Is it?
I would say this. I think at the end of the day, for you know, speaking from my own situations now, looking back on it, I think at the end of the day, it's better to tell the truth at the beginning, because it will save you a lot of heartache at the end. I would just put it that way.
Yeah,
and I know as humans, it's really difficult to do that, especially if it's with someone you really truly love.
yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, it's best to be honest and tell the truth at the beginning, so you save yourself trouble on the back end. But
What's up,
again,
Brittany?
we humans. We don't. That ain't how we operate. So
yeah, and my only thing, and we'll move on because I just find this conversation interesting because again, some truth hurts.
Yeah.
And so why you want to hurt your partner? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't want to, but you hurting them more if you lying to them. Because that's what I'm saying. At the back end of it, you going, you know, you may not see it on the front end. You're gonna see it on the back end. What Cherry says, if I find out you cheated on me and lie or tell me the truth, poison and beating is in order. Cherry husband, we need you to come blink, please.
He's fine. He's just fine. He's just fine.
We need you to come out. I don't know. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you.
He's just fine. He
know. Say how you know he fine, Lady D.
Because he fine. He know how the rules go. He know when it's time to shut the hell up and when it's time to speak.
I hear y'all. I guess I don't know. It needs to be a case by case base for me because again, some people say they can handle the truth and they can't. Right. You give it to them, and then all of a sudden it brings it. Because again, but this is the thing. I'm really interested because Sherry made a point. Dishonesty is not just cheating. And I think I hope everybody's not putting that into the pot because that's not what I'm talking about. That's the fault. I'm talking about even some of that. Where you going? Right. Because again, he say or she say this, that, and the third, or are these shoes looking good? So again, I don't know, or just trying to be judgmental. A lot of people think they're telling the truth, but they're being very judgmental towards somebody. And so that can be very hurtful because again, these people just trying to have a conversation. So I don't know. So again, I just don't want us to just look at lying as just cheating because there's more lying that people will do to their person and again for whatever reason. So I think I agree that people do want to hear what they want to hear. Thus, if it's a lie, as long as it matches with what I'm thinking, then so be it. But other than that, I feel like we're doing Black Love series, but we're not. So sorry.
You got that feel too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What she say? I can only speak for me though. Exactly, and I think that's the truth right there. Just only speak. What? Yeah. Look at her. Look at who.
Hey, what's up, cousin? How you doing? My cousin Candace then entered the chat.
Now, what you laughing at, Candace? She said that's why I said to any degree. All right. Well, good. All right. Well, listen. As we've said, the state of marriage don't look good, but my goodness, y'all dying for it. So, okay. Well, all right, sister. She don't tell us who she's talking about no more. So it's all a surprise to everybody. So.
I really was trying to mind my business this go around, but before I talk about the FS, I'll just say that I want to give a shout out to Lil John. They found his son in a pond. He disappeared 3 days ago, left the house on foot, and it was just he was confused or whatever. And they found him in a pond, deceased. He was 27 years old, so shout out to him. I don't know what was going on there, but I'm sure we'll get more info. Well, we may get more information later, even though it really ain't our damn business. But what I want to talk about, I don't know if y'all been paying attention over the last couple of days, but the rapper Glorilla got a stud sister, Brorilla. That's what we call her. And Brorilla has been going on a tangent on social media for a couple of days, talking about how Glorilla living her best life and owe them money. She don't take care of her family. She living her best in Atlanta, got a house and money and whatever, and they still poor. And Brorilla ain't got no job, but she got a whole bunch of tattoos on her face that cost a lot of money. You could have got a lot of cheese and crackers with all them tattoos. But anyway, Brorilla is saying she owes them money and comfort. If she made it, all of them should have made it. By the way, Brorilla's parents, Glorilla and Brorilla's parents have 10 kids in total, by the way. And the father is retired, but the mom is still working at FedEx. She did buy the father a new Jag when he retired. But I just want to know, do y'all think if you have an obligation to support your family and to give to others? And I really want to hear what y'all think about this, because this is a struggle that I'm literally having as we speak. I'm gonna start with you, Ken. Do you feel like Glorilla has an obligation to help her family out? Because according to Brorilla, she's always rapping about their struggle and how they live with rats and roaches and that we're really poor. And all I want from you is $2,500 and you can't even do that. Does Glorilla have an obligation to her family and parents?
No, she doesn't. And I watched that live with her sister, and quite frankly, she's delusional. Why can't your ass get up and work? Why do you feel like you have to live off of your sibling? Now, if Glorilla wants to take care of her family and do that, that's fine. Is she obligated? No. And here's the thing, man, when you're dealing with family, man, just because you family don't necessarily mean just because you blood don't necessarily mean you family. I just hated this whole live with this chick. I'm like, Glorilla doesn't have to take care of your grown ass. You sit up here crying on live and you embarrassing her. Well, you're embarrassing yourself. This is a conversation. If you was feeling this type of way, you should have talked to your sister on the side. Don't go to TMZ and all that. Now you really think she gonna want to do something for you?
Right.
For real?
Yeah.
And you saying all this stuff? So no, Glorilla, I don't feel like anybody that has to be obligated to take care of their family once they make it. Now, if they do, that's great. But are they obligated to do it? No.
Britton, I don't know where you are in the hierarchy with your family as far as financial stability and making it, if you that person. But do you feel an obligation to take care of those who are less fortunate or who didn't do as well as you, as far as just in the life and decisions and all of that?
To the no. You had that queued up, didn't you, Brent?
Next. No. I this is what I tell people who want my money. If you want my money, that means you're gonna have to take my advice first. Because I don't want to give you my money because you're gonna keep asking for it. So I want to help you. But the problem is most people who ask us for money don't want to help themselves. And I'm on to help you. I want to figure out how we can get you where you need to be so you don't have to ask me for no money. So again, if you want me, I think people who want money don't like the reality of struggling. All of us know what struggling feels like. Every single one of us. So why do you want to have the opportunity not to? No, that's not teaching good character. So again, if you want my money, no, we're gonna sit down and talk about why you want my money and why you can't do better with yours. So I make it very difficult if you want any of my money, because I need to know why you asking. And when we start finding out because you at Starbucks every other day, 3 times on Saturday, well then no, you can't get my money because you're going to Starbucks. So no, I don't want to see that. What I want to see you do is do better. That's what I expect that for my kids. I expect it for the people that's around, that's dating my kids. So no, you can't. I'm the last. If you asking me for money, you know you finna get a whole lecture. Because then I'm gonna want to see your bank account. Well, then okay. Well, wait a minute. Well, you won't see mine, so I won't see yours. So no, no, you can't get my money. Thank you, TD.
All right, Black. What obligation should Glorilla at least have to her parents?
To honor and respect them, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
I think an obligation as a child to your parents is to honor and respect them. Now, how that manifests itself, do I believe that she owed them big fancy houses? No, I don't. I think part of honoring your parents is to make sure they're comfortable. That would be the love you have for them, but it doesn't have to manifest itself in you making sure that they have the riches that you have. My question, this is sad that it's playing out, but it's awfully auspicious that you're coming forward now that she's been on the scene for. What part did your sisters, siblings, even parents play as you was climbing the ladder? Were you there to help as I was rising? Because then maybe there is some sense of obligation. But the problem, the operative word here is obligation. You're not obligated to do that for any person. You know, you don't owe them anything. You could be they're millionaires and they leave their money to a cat or to a foundation because they want their children to stand on their own feet or whatever. You're not obligated to do any of those things for anybody. It's great if you have that closeness. Brother Kenny says, not all blood is family. You know, the reality is that she's made it, and she's entitled to do whatever she wants with her money, fame, riches, or whatnot. She don't owe you anything. The fact that you're bringing this out in public that way, you're actually proving exactly why you don't deserve a fucking dime.
Exactly,
in my opinion.
Yep, I agree.
You know, what's sad is her doing what she's doing is probably going to make her famous, and she's going to be able to build up some sort of revenue or build up a reputation and money just by being that way. But she's also fracturing the relationship with her sister. And I think that there's also a myth thinking that because someone's a big celebrity that they have money. Glorilla probably owe producers, record labels, and all that so much money. She probably still owe for the clothes that she's wearing. She's probably they're probably sending her designer clothes to wear at these basketball games with her partner and all that stuff. And like I said, I've been through it, and people feel like because they assume I have it, I have an obligation to do it. And this is going to sound bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway and tell a little bit of my business, because my family and I, my children and I, my husband, we talked about this recently. Like when my father died, of course they called me and Devin, you need to, you know, help with the funeral and get him some clothes and da-da-da-da. So I bought him a suit and did my little stuff. And I remember sitting in the front row and looking at him, and I was pissed because I thought in my mind, I was thinking I've done more for this man in death than he's ever done for me in my whole life. But I've always respected him. I was always, as like I said, I always honored and respected him as my father because, you know, in my opinion, I never even really had to do that. And I've also had some challenges with my mom, and there's the expectation for me to be financially responsible and go out of my way for that. And I'm number 5 of 5 children. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, it's always Devin, what you going? And I just think it's BS to put that kind of weight on people's shoulders and that kind of expectation on folks, because we don't have to do shit. I sometimes want to get up, move to Alaska, and say, "Oh, y'all can kiss my black ass." That's just how feel. So if I was Glorilla, I would block Brorilla from everything and every part of my life. And no disrespect to your parents, they knew y'all was eating syrup sandwich and ketchup sandwiches after the 3rd kid. So why y'all having kid after kid after kid after kid that you can't support, and then in the hopes that one of these 10 kids is gonna make it and take care of everybody? You'll be eating syrup sandwiches and have caps on your teeth. I would get nothing. That don't have nothing to do with me. And she talking about they was eating roaches and bugs. That's your nasty ass eating bugs. I don't give a damn how poor I am. I'll go eat leaves off the goddamn tree before I'm just disgusted. It is so disgusting to me. I would so cut her off. I got, like I say, it's 5 of us. I fool with 1.5 of my siblings. If they tell y'all, I don't give a damn what you going through. You could be sitting at the bus stop shaking a can for all the hell I care. It's hard to get where I am. We all slept in the same place, grew up together. God damn it, if I can do it, your black ass can do it too. And now I'm gonna go back to mine.
Hey, Lamar, you clip any of this? You gotta clip Lady D.
Bravo.
We need that.
And we'll be right back.
This is a test. This is only a test.
All right, honey.
Lamar, if you're in the chat, we need that clip.
Well, listen, I just got a little advice for all y'all brokies out there. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Just make your jingle. I mean, good Lord. If it's that easy, that's Figure out something to sing and get you some money, dummy. All right. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Devin, for the
And you know,
the
Lady
sermon
D
that,
gonna
honey.
bring it. She
Yes.
gonna bring that sermon.
All right. Well, good. Well, it just lead us right into Black Love series, because honey, she got plenty of this. All right, y'all know. Listen, confidence. I thought it was interesting because I believe this is something that most would love to obtain, but struggle on many occasions to know how to get it. And I thought that should be a conversation for us to have, because so number one, I want to define what it is, but then I want to talk about it because it's needed, right? And so confidence says that it is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. Black, I know you have confidence. All of us have confidence.
Mhm.
Do you know how to obtain it, though?
I for me personally, yeah, I would say.
Okay, hold
You
on.
know?
But how about you other two? Do y'all know how to? So again, because there are people or even situations that can knock our confidence down.
Mhm.
So do you all know how to regain it? Devin, Kenny, do y'all know how to regain it though?
Depends on the circumstance. I'm more quick to say I'm not confident in something if I'm not.
Yeah, sure. No problem. And see, to that point, that's what I'm saying. It's needed for everybody. And I would think we all should desire to have it, but we very rarely think about how to obtain it. And so I just want to have the conversation, because for me, I get confidence when I'm winning. So when I am in a situation, and again, it's just life situation, right? When there are tough things happening that are really like weighing down on me, I have to go do something that I, number one, enjoy or I'm good at, so I can reestablish my confidence. Now, again, some people's meters are a lot larger than others, but you still got to know how to go get it. So what's your go-to, Lee, when you need to reestablish confidence in your own life?
Mine is not built from winning per se.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's built from experience of having overcome things.
Okay.
So for me, I recapture my confidence when in my struggle. Actually, I'm one of those people that I consider myself a realist. So when something happens and I'm going through something, my confidence is born out of I've been here before. I know exactly what to do. I can rely on me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't control the external factors, but my confidence is born out of Freddie, you got this.
Okay.
My everyday mantra to myself that I wake up, no matter what I'm going through, is I can only control what's happening in my personal sphere.
Mm-hmm.
And my confidence is born out of I'm always in control of myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's for me is my go-to is that I lost a house in foreclosure.
Mm-hmm.
I've been evicted from apartments. I've been homeless. I've been without a job. I have a failed marriage. You know, I haven't lived up to the tenets of my relationship with God. And I've overcome and come through all of those things. And I'm for me, I'm self-made.
Mm-hmm.
I love looking at myself in the mirror and knowing that everything I've achieved, I earned it. Nobody gave it to me. You can't take it away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I walk out that door every day, there is a level of confidence that you can't beat me.
Yeah. So it's self-motivation.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. So I have wins. I get wins. He's self-motivated. Kenny, how do you regain confidence?
Brother Black kind of hit on a lot of I can relate to, and I can relate to it from being the product of the oldest child of a single mother too. I think, society has said that, anyone born, especially Black men raised by a single mother, you got a lot of things that's not going to work in your favor. But my confidence was in the fact that I was raised by a strong Black woman that instilled confidence in me to let me know that just because it's just me, that don't mean you're gonna be a statistic. So I've dealt with some ups and downs in my life too, but my confidence, I always came in knowing that, you know, I came from a strong DNA from a strong black woman. So whatever situation that came my way, I feel like that I could overcome it. So
you can obtain yours from pulling from others.
Yes, especially my mother.
Yeah, no,
it's
I'm with
specifically
you.
her.
Yeah, because I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio. You just need to know how to get it. Right. And that's what I'm saying. I said wins. Lee said self-motivating. Kenny says he's pulling from others, like, you know, looking at others and pulling from that. What you think, sister?
I regain my confidence by I have little, not out loud, little conversations with myself, you know, because sometimes I overthink things. I get in my own head a lot.
Yes.
So after I kind of talk to myself that I'm overthinking this and letting something stress me out, that maybe I have something I have no control over, I have to remind myself constantly that I can only control the things that I can control. And then I lean into my strengths and think about how can I approach this situation so that I can walk into it, you know, the way in the way I am in my normal self. And that usually helps. And after you start off kind of faking it, you actually feel it after a second. And I mean, almost instantaneously. And that's usually what it is for me.
I love it. So you're leaning into your strengths. That's I heard that for you. Again, just something different. So, okay, great. So that's fantastic. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you guys to hear, it's not always a cookie cutter situation. You just need to know how to go get yours, right? Number one, you got to love you. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe in yourself. Never lean on somebody more than you willing to lean in on your own self. I'm so anyway, I'm gonna get on soapbox. Okay, so I got one more thing then. So Lee, I'm gonna start with you, Black. What then is this problem with seeing that fine line between arrogance and confidence? What is that? I'm gonna ask everybody, which I think, what is that one thing then, or maybe a multitude of things that begins to blur the line between arrogance and confidence?
Are we talking about just in general as it relates to Black love?
Yeah, however you want to hear it. I'm just Black love is the conversation because we Black.
Okay.
That's why I just it's our perspective.
Well, for me, where confidence blends into arrogance is when we make false assumptions. You know, that's for me where then you toe the line. If you have, for me, I'm self-aware. I know my shortcomings. I know the things I'm capable of doing. Where if I get in trouble, where it becomes arrogance, is when I make assumptions about things that I haven't achieved, or I'm misguided in what I'm capable of doing. We all know who we are every day, and sometimes we're self-critical of that to a certain extent, and that's what can diminish confidence. But as I talked about, when I walk out that door, I know who I am. I'm very certain. And I stay in the lane that I can play in, you know, where it crosses an arrogance when I start to color outside the lines, where then I'm starting to reach for areas that's beyond my reach, whether that's in Black love or anything like that, you know, and I'll narrow it down to a Black love thing. Like in this instance, since we're talking about Black love, when I was younger, fit, and frankly had it way more going on in a sense, you know, my confidence was through the roof because I knew I could fuck. You know, it was a privilege for you if you gonna fuck. If I'm gonna fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? You know, at this stage now, you know, the game has changed a little bit, so I can't be that arrogant. You know, in some case, my titty's bigger than her titties, so I gotta, you know, kind of come down to earth a little bit at this stage. And so I have to still be confident. I ain't ugly. I don't stink. I make good money. And if you still cross the threshold, you still got to suck and fuck. But I have to lower my standards to a certain extent. So I don't want to be arrogant about it. I can't go out and get the Coke bottle shape, the bitch I get now. Stomach going to be a little bit balled up. Titty's going to be a little bit sagging, you know. So I ain't going to be arrogant about it.
Thank you for the weave.
Hey,
I
brother
mean,
Black. Hey, brother Black. Can I ask you something real quick?
What?
Was you talking about the what? Because you was looking to your left. Were you talking about that woman while she's sitting right there?
oh my God. I hope she leave and take her money with her, please, honey.
Yeah, take your $7 and run, girl.
Something good night. I mean, okay, I don't know how that man. I mean, can't know.
I was trying to make sure that it's tailored toward the subject of Black
Thank
love.
you. I mean, I don't.
boy.
You can never read to no fifth graders in school because for some reason you'll be reading about Dr. Seuss and all of a sudden we talking about titties. It's like what?
He's talking about Iceberg Slim. He talking about pimping or something.
Oh, balled up stomachs. It's like what? Just read the book, sir. Okay, Devin. Please. I'm sorry. Arrogance, confidence. What is that one thing that separates the two?
I think arrogant people lack the ability, they lack self-awareness and the ability to read the room.
Mm-hmm.
And they come off really pompous, really like cocky.
Mm-hmm.
And they just don't know how to fit in with other people. Like people wish you weren't there. People who are confident, you can just feel the confidence on them and they don't even have to say nothing. You just know when you meet these people, when you talk to these people that they are just confident in whatever it is that they're doing. But an arrogant person will almost try to make you feel sometimes like less than, or you're privileged that I'm even in your space and that I'm even like speaking to you. Do you know who I am? And it's just those types of people where when they come around, you like, oh, here come this mom. Like that's an arrogant person.
Yes. Kenny, arrogance and confidence has a certain level of attractiveness.
Mm-hmm.
But people get it confused and sometimes can't distinguish one from the other. How can they? Because it has a sex appeal to it for sure. Women love it, but sometimes they don't get it. How can we make sure that they're getting it the right way?
I think it just depends on what you're attracted to. Lady D kind of stole my thunder because I basically, to me, in the simple terms, arrogance is loud, confidence is silent. In my opinion, I think you can tell when someone is confident, they ain't trying to be in the front of the room. They ain't trying to draw all the spotlight. But you can tell their presence, their energy, it gives off that they're confident.
Mm-hmm.
But arrogance, they got to be the center of attention. They got to be the loudest person in the room. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying that may be how they are wired. So it depends on what you're attracted to. Some people are attracted to the arrogance. Some people like that thing.
I personally think arrogant people are very insecure.
And that could be true too. But I think confident people they walk silently, man, and they just have this aura about them that you can just feel it when you see them, when you talk to them. So,
like I said, confidence it's not tangible, but everybody can. You pretty much you can spot it when you see it.
Yeah.
But you just don't. Some people just don't know how to get it, and then when they do get it, some people don't know how to use it, thus turning it into arrogance.
Yeah.
Because it's very infectious. Because it does take a certain. It brings about a certain attraction to other people when you do have it. So you just got to be careful how you use it, right? But it's definitely important that you got to get it. But when you get it, make sure you use it correctly, because again, there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence.
And people can tell when you're faking it too, men or women. We can tell if you really aren't that confident and you just faking it. That ain't you, player. We can tell.
Right. Yeah, got that nice suit on with them beat up shoes on.
We can tell when you fake
it. Yeah. Always musty, right? With your anyway. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So be careful, y'all. All right. Well, that's a good Black Love series. If we're on Friday, we'll do a whole show of Black Love series, just to commemorate Valentine's Day, which I don't celebrate. So nevertheless, but sister will let us know, and if she's busy, we just see y'all in 2 weeks. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Lee Black, and he wants to talk to you all about the ugly Americans.
The ugly American. And I'm keep looking to the side, folks, is because I'm watching the opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
I thought you were that woman.
No, I really wasn't. I really wasn't.
I'm gonna say, man, she definitely
No, I promise you, I'm not.
Dumbass hoe. Oh, dumbass hoe sitting in the corner of it.
She
No,
about to
no. I'm actually very good. You know, I wouldn't say it in front of her face, but
okay,
the organic nature of my topic is coming full circle from the beginning of this show, where we talked about Trump, and then we got into a little bit of your topic, Brother Brenton, on we were talking about marriage, and we kind of talked a little bit about truth, you know, and something you said about how, you know, hearing truth can be harmful, you know. And so I wanted to talk about the incident. I'm going to harken us back to the incident with depicting the Obamas as apes and things like that. Now, while I'm certainly glad that the Democrats didn't bite and they're staying laser focused on the task at hand, the upcoming midterm elections, and not getting caught up in the rigmarole of talking about that, and they're keeping their center on the importance of these Epstein files as they're spilling out. But why am I talking about the early American as it relates to the Obamas? What does it say, folks, that an Ivy League accomplished Black professional woman and a two-term president who, in my opinion, is probably the greatest president of our time, that you would see fit to depict them as animals and hide behind it? And brother Kenny, you said something that's so important. I'm not paying attention to what's said. I'm paying attention to what's not said. And it made me think about the Olympics. Remember back in the Olympics, and was it 96, Kenny, when the Dream Team played and Charles Barkley went over there and he was cast the ugly American for how he behaved in the game. 92. I simply elbowed someone because it was the way on that world stage the world saw us. Well, how do they see us now? When you see something like the president, he might not be your president, but he's the president of the free world, and he stoops to that level. German writer and short story novelist Thomas Mann, you know, he said a harmful truth is better than a useful lie. And Brother Brenton, you talk about how making sure that we hold those accountable who put this person in office and keep that same energy. I love the fact that what you depicted, and by the way, on your Truth Social platform of all things, that within a day you tried to walk it back and you're giving excuses. We know who Trump is. We don't have to argue that. He's identified exactly who he is. You know what this example really does? It highlights what the others think. As of right now at 9:30 p.m., there are very few Republicans that have come out in condemnation. Yeah, the black guy did it. And there's one or two others. But by and large, there's silence. There's nothing. There's no condemnation. And so it speaks to a greater problem that we have in America. Trump has his pulse on what Americans really are about. That is really how they see us, folks. What does it say that blasted on my TV over all week long on CNN? National news has been that Guthrie's mother has been kidnapped, Savannah Guthrie. Why is that national news, folks? No disrespect to her mother, and I hope she's found alive, but why the fuck is that national news that some sports person or whatever she does on Good Morning America, that her mother's been abducted, and it made national news? Because I maintain that, folks, the greatest thing that America holds valuable is a white woman. And so what Trump is exposing is the great American lie and the ugly truth about who we really are and how they see us. And so I am perfectly fine with his depiction of the Obamas. Those are confident people, to your topic, accomplished. They know exactly who they are. But what that picture really does is it planted a firm bullseye on the rest of America and the ugly American, in the sense that your silence really speaks to your affirmation of agreeing with that content. The fact that you're not condemning him and saying shame on you, that folks, we're never going back to that place. There is no shame in what he did, and to simply remove it and walk it back, the average American, and we know that we only make up 14% of the population, doesn't really give a shit about how he sees Barack and Michelle. And so to Brother Brenton's point, I'm going to continue to walk in my confidence, knowing who I am, but I also see you for who you are. And as we embark upon the Olympics and we're supposed to shine our best and brightest, what I truly appreciate that Trump has done in this second term is he's removed the veil, folks. All the shit that he kind of tiptoed around in his first term, he's not holding back, people. And as we said on the beginning of this, whether he has the technological advances to do it himself, it's green lighted by those that are around him. It's not an accident that he surrounded himself with white male sycophants who think like him. Oh, but by the way, folks, he doesn't sit in office. He doesn't get to purport all of the bullshit that he does every day without the silent majority who sit back and won't call him out on his bullshit. And so we tend to think of all this in a vacuum about the politicians, this, that. No, I'm talking about the regular, everyday Americans who sit in silence and don't say a word, because you expect us to give a damn when Guthrie's mom is missing, when the shit that's happening in Wisconsin, but you haven't given a shit about when it happens in Detroit and Milwaukee and Memphis and Little Rock, right here in Fulton County. And so I implore my people, I'm talking to my people, open your eyes, wake up, don't fall for the okie doke, but understand that is exactly how they see us. And that's the God's honest truth about America. And he is just turning the light on for all the world to see that that's what America really is. We've been sold a lie for a long time, folks. We've talked about whether or not we could own teams. The ugly truth, folks, is that this is what it is. That second America I talk about, we're never going to get in the game. We need to start playing a very different game and understanding and looking people face to face and understanding, I see how you see me and I see you back. God bless America.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. God bless ugly America, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Because this damn show ugly right now.
Woo! Wow, great show today, ladies and gentlemen. I sure appreciate y'all, but it is final thoughts time. And if you're not new to the show, y'all need to know Kenny goes first.
Yep.
Thank you, brother Kenny.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we want to thank everybody for watching. Miss T, Lady T in the house, Sherry in the house, our family, my cousin, the candy shop dropped in, Brittany dropped in. Soft
Vanessa.
Like Peanut Butter, Vanessa was in the spot. We all want to thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit
Charles.
that like. Charles was in the house. Smash. Lamb was in the house. Smash that like button. Share this. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to TFG tonight. Super Bowl 60 is going down on Sunday. You know, everybody going to be doing their Super Bowl things, but you know, my thing is it's a good day to kind of kick it with friends and family and enjoy each other and all that good stuff. But I want to give the brothers a little bit of a heads up on next year, so y'all can plan your Super Bowl festivities accordingly.
Got no problem.
Super Bowl actually falls on Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow.
In 2027. February the 14th, and it's in LA. So my brothers, if you got your lady, your side chick, your main chick, your $7 chick like Black got sometimes, you better get your festivities out the way on that Saturday the 13th. Because again, Super Bowl Sunday is on Valentine's Day. So you got to find a way to make sure your main squeeze is the main squeeze, but she ain't going to be the main squeeze on the main day. That's just my final thought.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Very interesting one in itself. Yeah. All right, madam.
I don't appreciate Trump coming for my Wi-Fi like he just did. I mean, I ain't the only one that's talking about your punk ass. You didn't have to come for my Wi-Fi. like that. I just want to reiterate to people, I think the Gen X millennial generation has always felt this obligation to take care of family, take care of those like around us. And my ask of everyone is to learn how not to give a shit. Like stop giving a damn about folks that don't give a damn about you. Before you give anybody any grace, before you go out of your way for anybody, sit down and truly ask yourself, if it was me in this situation, would they come for me in the same way that you expect me to go out of my way and come through for you? And if the answer is no, block their ass. I have lost so many people that's close to me in my life because I told them no. And to me, that was indicative of how you truly appreciate me and the shit that I do. When I think of somebody who cut me off because I wouldn't buy them a pizza, and what did my petty ass do? I was on social media eating pizza, bitch. And it was good. And I hope I ordered the exact one that you asked me for, and you can kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? And it took a few years and I got over it and we're okay now. But don't let people make you feel some kind of way because of what you don't do for them, and don't allow them to make you feel like you think that you're better than them, because the fact is you're a bitch. Just like I went and got a job and worked hard and all that to get where I am, your punk ass could have got out and got a job and got it too. Have some humility about yourself and don't ask people for shit. I'd rather go steal, beg and borrow before I call somebody that I ain't somebody who got money that I'm not entitled to and expect them to do a goddamn thing for me.
That's right.
Y'all have a blessed weekend.
Amen.
What is
Amen.
What up with all the blessings or something?
After they done went down through there, they're gonna say bless you.
That's it, bless you.
You got to end it with the amen. Even Brittany said amen.
All right, brother. Give me a little more.
If LeBron James can tell you that when he went to Miami that, hey, I'm making an announcement, I'm taking my talents to South Beach, hide your kids and hide your wife, folks. March or April, I will be moving to Dallas. So I will be bringing my talents and to the big D, and I'm going to put the D in Dallas.
Okay. Right.
You are not allowed to read nobody's books to no kids ever. Good Lord.
I've been here in ATL for almost 11 years. On March the 1st, it is time for a new challenge, new adventures. And I'm excited that I'm going to be in proximity of seeing my family. Right. I have actual biological family there. This is not thinking. I am coming to the D, folks. And so I am looking forward to new opportunities, new challenges, and new experiences. And yes, seeing a lot of you in person. But yes, indeed, when I get back to my life force, I'm going to shed about 60 pounds. I'm going to hunt these bitches down. Yes, I am.
It goes down in the
My goodness. Hide your ladies, hide the old ones and the young ones, honey, because you don't have.
Yeah, boy, it's going down in the D for
hide
sure.
The midgets, hide the disabled. Everybody's in trouble.
There's a lot of low budget holes depending on where you go to.
Yes, Victoria said, "Look out, Black." All right, y'all. Well, okay. Well, let me hear him get y'all out of here. I got a quick question. Do you remember the last time you took a leap of faith?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when was it, Black?
Moving here. Moving here. Has woke up one day in Memphis, said I don't want to be here another day, and moved on a whim.
Yes, sir. All right, Devin, Kenny, when was y'all last time y'all took a leap of faith?
I think probably moving to the city from my little country town.
Okay, yep, I'm familiar with that town. All right, Kenny.
Oh, when I tried my hand at being a car salesman in Houston. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow. I wouldn't have never want to buy no car from there because I know that back seat was jacked up.
That damn so was a leap of faith. Obviously, I'm not doing that no more. So you see how that turned out.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, listen, if you are taking a leap of faith because you believe in scripture, well, unfortunately, take a look at this.
Oh my God, that was wild. Still got it. For real. Respect.
That's how I felt when I tried to sell cars. That's basically the same thing.
You just taking all the mails.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah, pretty much.
I give him credit that he got up.
Yep, that's me.
No,
I got up.
It was delirious though.
Yeah, that's it.
That's me. I was delirious.
You dust yourself off.
I got my ass up out of there too, just like he did.
A little word to the wise. Although faith does mention things you cannot see, stupid people will still look and see the thing before they even do it and still try to do it. Just don't be no dummy, y'all. That's okay. Like if you see some trouble, how about we just don't do it? So I mean, yeah. So yeah, if you're gonna take a leap of faith, just make sure it's you don't see what's coming because he saw that was happening. He saw that was gonna happen. So all right, y'all. Well, listen, we got Devin on the clock. She'll let us know if we're gonna be here or not. And so if y'all see us, and if y'all don't, y'all see us in 2 weeks. But we out of here. Let's Devin, Lee, and Kenny. Love, peace, and soul.